So they're shedding blood, killing and maiming each other. Children and non-indigenous are the worst affected. The curfew has been imposed on the area with the aim to halt the atrocities. The school children, as you just saw there, don't have the peace of mind to study, and their teachers are leaving the town. A disagreement over the ownership of a parcel of land in Nankpanduri is the cause of all these. One of our senior journalists traveled there. Seth Kwame Boateng joins me right here, right now. Good morning to you, Seth.
Good morning.
This is a very good investigative piece. You know, usually we hear this, and I've been hearing about Nankpanduri, you know, the disagreement and the disturbances, I think, back in 2010. And surprisingly, this is 2014. So what did you find out?
That they are still killing each other. They are destroying properties. Some have moved to other areas because they felt insecure, and they remain refugees in wherever they find themselves, and it's difficult for them. The worst affected, as you said, are school children and strangers who are in town. It's a very serious issue.
Did it look, you know, like, because I know people were calling for the curfew to be lifted, did it look like if that should happen, complete calm will return to the area?
Well, that's the assurance the Nankpanduri chief gave the interior minister when he came there with the IGP, that he thinks that there will be peace should they lift the curfew, and that they have resolved to settle their differences. So he's begging him to lift the curfew because it's seriously affecting them. Now, as you said, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So it means if you want to come to Nankpanduri and you're coming from Tamale, you get to Nalirugo around 5:30. You have to sleep there till the next morning. Till the next morning. If you're coming from Bumpurugu area and you get to that area, Nankpanduri, around 6, you can't cross. So you have to go back and sleep there till the next morning. So it's a serious issue that must be addressed. And we have people who were coming there to buy mangoes and granite. You know, it's a hub where they sell these things. Now it's difficult for them to even come there. Farmers can't go to their farms at dawn as they used to. They have to wait till 6, because 6 you then have to come out and prepare before you go. So it's seriously affecting people, their businesses and other things in that area. Yeah.
Obviously, Seth. Let me just quickly go to the phone line now. Let me speak to Solomon Boar, who's the MP for Nankpanduri there. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you for your time.
Good morning, my sister. And thanks for having me on your program.
Sure. So this whole issue is about a piece of land. It sounds very simple. Can't it be resolved?
You will ask. That's a very important question to ask. And I think that it can be resolved, it must be resolved, and it has to be resolved. Because I have time with that number, that violence will never solve any problem between any group of civilized people. Bimobes and Kunkumbes are very civilized people. They have lived together for many, many, many decades. And let me establish that this is not a conflict between Bimobes and Kunkumbes in general. It has to be established. I have said it on several fora before. Because if you know the Bumpurugu Yinyo district very well, from Nankpanduri, you have Bimobes and Kunkumbes staying together. If you get to Bumbahu, you will see Bimobes and Kunkumbes attending the same market and carrying out farming activities together, performing funerals together, and what have you. If you go to Bungbalakit, which is also part of the district, you see Bimobes and Kunkumbes doing everything together. If you go to Jimbali, you see Bimobes and Kunkumbes doing everything together.
Okay, so Mr. Boar,
purely communal. This is a purely communal clash, and that is the more reason why it has to be established for everybody to come on board for reasons to prevail.
Okay, so the point is, why has it become difficult for it to be resolved then?
That is the more reason why. You know, when you allow issues of this nature to mushroom into hate, it has become something like there is some high level of mistrust between the inhabitants of Kwemali, that's the Bimobes and Kunkumbes, in that community. So once it gets to that level,
what has brought about this mistrust?
I think that obviously, when there is a confusion, that leads to burning of houses, that leads to loss of life. You can be sure that if somebody loses the last one, I tell you that until the kingdom come, unless otherwise you take a position that no, well, whatever has happened has happened. But let's forget of everything and move together. Yes, we might not forget of some of these things, but we can forgive each other and move on. And that is what is lacking at the moment. That is heightening the tension all the time in this very small community called Mali. That is the thorny issue before everybody all the time. As soon as people hear, they think that the whole Bukuyo district is in flames.
Okay, so just before I let you go, sir, has this become political?
Oh, it is. These are early days. I don't want to associate this with politics. But when you get to the other side of it, where there's this allegation, people you keep hearing that some of the Blankpandui, for example, that is the allegation. You hear some some people saying that this is an MPP dominated, and for that matter, especially with regard to the curfew, I have heard a time without number that this curfew, the people are complaining that they are suffering because it is alleged that they are MPP and what have you.
So as
and that
MP,
is something that we have to debunk. We have to debunk because it is not something that is in the interest of peace. If it is really through those who have nursed that or who are nursing that agenda that we have to punish these people because of this.
So finally, just quickly, because I don't have a lot of time, as MP, what are you doing to resolve it?
I think that on the ground, when this is a process, and I can tell you that some of those who are involved in this initiative, I have had a lot of in-depth discussion with Bombande himself. We have had a lot of discussion about it. I've visited the office on one or two occasions. We've met at several fora, and we are talking of we are thinking of how to mobilize the necessary resources so that we can engage these people in a vigorous dialogue to see the need that what is the common enemy between these people is poverty, deprivation, and deprivation, and not for people to really be at each other's neck.
Okay, all right. And I'd like to say thank you so much for your time. And quickly back to you, sir. Do you see final, peace? Do you see calmness? After what time?
I think in the next few weeks, because right now they are trying to bring back the concumbers who left Nankpanduri. I told you they had to leave because they felt insecure. Now the Regional Security Council is trying to bring them back and reintegrate them. So I think that's where the peace process will start, and that will happen in the next few weeks. So we are praying and hoping that it happens for there to be peace.
All right, but you're still following up on this story?
Yeah.
Okay, till the end. So we'll have you here again, Seth. Good work. Thank you.
Thank you.
And